can we do? Because look at their supports, they don't really have anything to start the fight. They can only kind of react against LGD.
Yeah.
So maybe they don't want Naga to be in their draft because it can kind of be very laid back, and it's not going to stop this Bone from farming. Because, like you mentioned, Bone is a very different carry hero. He doesn't need to, go to the NC camps and actually get farmed. He can just, shove the lanes and then get out. Like, he doesn't have problem finding farm nowadays. But he does have a weakness, which is he cannot be the only win condition.
That's a very good pick.
I love that pick, yeah, as well. I was thinking about Ursa as well for them, but Faceless Void makes even more sense. Because it's really hard for Timber to pressure him in the lane. He doesn't really care about his spells. He can always time walk, and it's just like LGD has no save. So whenever he like Chronos somebody, he has that far ult and take his damage into, towards the Chronosphere. It's actually a wonderful pick.
Yeah, I mean Klinks hates playing versus here as well. One Chrono, you are dead every single time. Yeah. Every time I think about Ursa, I just scrap it from my memory because it feels like no matter how good of an Ursa game it is, nobody picks that hero. And there's a couple games I have seen it get picked, it just can't survive the laning stage. But somehow Void slipped in my memory here. But this is one you're playing versus Bat and Timber, right? The time dilation is amazing this game. Against every hero right now, as they all have multiple cooldowns, and I think having a really good Void game is being able to fight without Chrono, and if it's good time dilation game, it makes it that much easier.
Yeah, that's definitely a brilliant pick from Azure.
Do we think that this Timber saw is going mid? Because we have Azure banning out the Underlord. So they think that maybe they want to shift the Timber to the mid lane?
I think they just want to make sure that Void is going to have a good game no matter what. So they're preparing for that. And for the last pick, they still have the very last pick, so they can counter the enemy mid anyway. So they don't really care what they're going to pick.
How important is it to have a save against Faceless Void? We saw yesterday one of our first ODs of the tournament. Is that still an option?
I think it's not that easy to play OD against Faceless Void now because your cast range for your second spell is not that far, and you kind of don't want to expose yourself before the Tide Hunter. So if you want to fight against like Chrono and Ravage, it's definitely not very easy for you to just go in and save someone. I would actually want to say this Winter Wyvern or Nothing to Say. He has played quite a few times. I don't think it's that bad, but there are some answers from Azure's side because they have quite heavy magical damage, right? And Faceless Void can kind of be one of the heroes that makes Wyvern's game. Ooh.
Okay. Damn.
Why?
Do we like this? Do we not like this?
I'm not sure.
Is it Void also a counter to the Tinker? A little bit?
I don't know if that's a counter. I think Tinker is really hard to catch for Void.
Yeah.
So in that regard, it's fine. But what is Tinker countering in this game? Normally when I see Tinker, it's versus some illusion heroes, right? And they have none of that right now. I guess you can make an argument playing Tinker against like these tides and stuff. You can spam them down. This is a kind of like a crazy pick here from LGD. We talked about New's hero pool and how you need to be responsible on Nothing to Say here and just play like these stuns for the game, and they don't have that many stuns, just their supports here, and Nothing to Say just like this feels like a cocky like swag pick. I'm gonna pick Tinker, I'm gonna carry this game, and you got some options now if you're Azure to counterpick this, and you know Somnus has a big hero pool.
I think Zeus is amazing this game, no?
It is.
Like there's I mean, they have some supports to get on top of him, yes, but he's very. Oh, they decided to go for this one.
Yeah, I was gonna mention. I think Zeus is really great for the team fight, but they might have some map issues because LGD does have the Timber that can, like stand in front and do some pressure, and then this Batrider and Clockwork is just really annoying. Like they can both just stand on each lane, and then this Klinks is gonna, like connect to either side if they feel they can kill whoever is defending that side. And I might be a little bit copium here, but I feel like the Tinker is out here because they want to buy back to the fights where Azure has already used all their ults and kind of take the fight back again. Because in a way, like Klinks, there's no way Klinks carry this game, right? So they need someone from the mid to carry the game, but there's not many heroes left. And if we talk about TA or Lash, sure, they're good against FW in a way, but there's too many damage, too many stuns, too many things to destroy their game aside from this Chrono. So it can be very difficult, but having this Tinker, I I just think they want to play the annoying game, you know, like just mentally torture you for like 60 minutes, and then we win because you use all your spells and we have buybacks.
Fear, she said it. There's no way Klinks can carry this game.
I mean, he has to carry it in a different way, not in the late game. He's got to channel the inner me from 2015 here and run around the map and make some space and hope, you know, nothing to say, can just take the late game.
You know that commercial by Michael Jordan? It'd be like Mike. It'd be like Fear. Just Fear. Make this pay. But to me, it's like either Tinker's gonna 1v9 or Azure lineup is just way more stable and solid, and they're gonna take it slower.
So they put all the responsibility on responsibility man. Nothing to say here.
Correct.
It's like it.
Oh, who's gonna advance? Is that responsibility well played?
I mean, he's a great player, but I feel like it's really easy for supports to just shut him down, and I think Shiro's job is very difficult. So if they do win this game, I think Shiro has to play the Klinks game of his life.
All right, channel your inner fear. Play the Klinks game of your life, Shiro. We're gonna find out what's gonna happen together with OD Pixel and Fog.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, the deciding game here, ladies and gentlemen, between Azure and PSG.LGD. And we're getting the nothing to say Tinker coming in here, Fog. What do you make of it? Do you feel this is a game where indeed this Tinker can kind of 1v9, or do you think there's too many issues for him coming out from Azure's draft?
Oh, and this looks like a really hard game for PSG.LGD, I gotta be honest. I think they have to make some magic work around cooldowns. There is so much team fight on the side of Azure. Sometimes that can hurt, of course, if they don't layer them properly or anything like that, and LGD is able to take advantage of it, but this Tinker pick, for me, feels almost forced in a way. I think they were maybe put in a position where they're like, we need this super kind of carry for mid, we ban the Storm Ember, try to set up for it, but there's still another Spirit left. All these spirits do have merit versus Tinker. Yeah, the lane can be a little bit annoying for them, but in the mid game, if they're able to get on the Tinker, that's kind of always the answer. If you get on Tinker, you might just die. Let's see if there's some hidden tech up Nothing to Say sleeve, because I think I'm seeing him queuing up a phylactery on Tinker.
Yep, phylactery Tinker.
Okay.
Oh, so you've probably seen it in your pubs. We'll see if it works out here for him.
I've only seen it in pubs, so let's see if that's going to end up working out. I personally really like the way Azure's draft is set up here. I think they have great late game scaling. I think they have a lot of answers and stuff here. This Timber could get to some realms of being incredibly tanky if he gets off to a good start to protect and body for this Tinker, but this Timber could get, strong to body for the Tinker. Lots of robots in this game. But yeah, let's see how these lanes end up going down here. Could be difficult. I'm going to be looking at top. I'm going to see how much Why You Smile is able to put the pressure to be able to protect Shiro, because this doesn't sound the easiest here for a Klinks.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think they sort of saw this game, or at least with regards to what they know that Azure was going to want to play, like it made them want to go for the Shiro carry Klinks here?
I'm not sure, honestly. He just really likes the hero. So maybe he saw something where he's going to be able to just like sneak around the fights and play around cooldowns, but doesn't look that easy for him. Playing versus Void, Chrono, playing versus all this heavy damage that's coming in. Hero can be pretty fragile if he gets caught inside of these spells.
I mean, will the lane be easy for him, or do you feel it could get pretty difficult for Klinks in the safe lane?
It feels pretty hard. I think it's, like I was saying, I think it's all up to Why You Smile how much he's going to be able to do. If he's going to be able to like bonk heroes back with the cogs, can he disrupt FY's harassment? Because it's not easy to lane versus Techie's Tide. Wind Ranger Tide, it wasn't nearly as strong as this one. Gosh, puts those right clicks from Techie's is very, very difficult to deal with. Yeah, let's see, a mid, Nothing to Say. He should have a good time in the lane in particular. Just have to see what ends up going down in the mid game. Yeah, cool thing. I actually like the point that Aurora was saying was kind of cool though, because it's a very, it can be a fast-paced lineup with no cooldown reliance, really too much for the side of PSG.LGD in comparison to Azure, right? But we'll see if that actually plays out in practice.
So far, not done too bad on that.
Not bad. Yeah, pretty good.
So actually still we get the last hits despite FY and Chalice's constant pressure.
Yeah, he had to use a ton of mana already at this point, but there's a lot of wand charges, of course, they're going to be giving up here. Both lanes is giving up stick after stick after stick. Bottom, this should be a pretty damn good lane for Neo. He should be quite free down here. Unless he makes some really big mistake, he should be able to farm down here nicely versus Void in the Snapfire. Yeah, and they're actually slowing down Luke quite a bit. Waves.
Pretty much. Just as they expect the lead here for Nothing to Say. Playing nicely around the laser. I'm sure Summers has still got abilities to get the CS with, but not so many.
Yeah, he should come out ahead on denies. Last hits maybe will look just maybe like 1 or 2 ahead, maybe something like that for nothing to say, but denies are going to be the big one to look at for him.
Planet, really aggressive down here. Whilst Neo might not die, Planet certainly has to be a bit cautious if they find the chance to turn with the Scatter Blast and the Cookie.
Who got the Lotus? It was the Snapfire. Got pretty damn happy with that one. The Lotus, and he is definitely suffering last hits, but it's similar as the Clinks in a way. Level 3, not quite onto the Clockwork Shiro. He steps up a little far. FY.
Midsomnus, he's going to have to back up and look for the refill from the bounty ring. The spam for nothing to say, getting a bit too much from him in that mid matchup right now.
Yeah, and Deathpact is actually doing a decent job of actually getting Shiro some good farm up here because he's just tankier than I think they anticipated with the spam that they're being able to throw onto him. Taking away this ruin, Somnus. And maybe even trying for a solo kill. If he finds a good positioning there, he could have maybe gotten him.
And this is a good couple of waves where Somnus has had to miss out on.
That's huge.
Nothing to say, getting good space now in the mid, keeping the wave pushed in as well. So almost certainly going to be another entire wave, perhaps, that Somnus is going to miss out.
Massive. 28. Oh, quite a big advantage now at this point. Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, Phylactery. Like I said, I haven't seen that one in a program just yet, so see what he's going to be able to make do with it. A lot of damage harassment.
Yeah, adds up.
Yeah.
When you're coming in with these to this kind of essentially buffed up laser, that laser hits harder than ever.
Yeah, all 3 lanes look pretty good. Chalice is keeping up that farm, but the pressure that's being applied to low is definitely a little bit more than it is onto Shiro at the moment here.
Yeah, Shiro's dealing with it.
Yeah, he's handling it. Yu is sitting a little bit low here down bottom. Be okay if he's able to just reset back up with the regen. Shiro getting the last hits.
Yeah, Clock's just doing a great job, making sure that Chalice and FY always held back far enough that Chalice is never really able to get in on top of Shiro in this lane.
Oh, it's a free regen. Deathpack. All right. Maybe that's why he wanted it, right? He saw that they have this harassment lane, but he's like, all right, I can sustain for it. I have Deathpack constantly. Not free farming by any means, but doing pretty damn well. Low setup to recover. Why? He's in trouble.
He's got a wand and a fairy fire and a lotus. There goes the lotus, there goes the wand, there goes the fairy fire. What?
He actually gets down.
He nearly jumps away, but that final right click coming in from Why You Smile will claim first blood for PSG.LGD.
Good chase forward here. Pesky Clinks, level 2 tar bomb online. He's able to get that little bit of extra connection. 2 battery assault too. And lane's looking nice.
This is a really good start for nothing to say, Tinker.
And Neo, he's almost got his Vanguard down bottom. He's already free farming, and definitely some damage issues in the early game on the side of Azure to push this guy out until they have, in particular, Sapphire Kisses. Their damage is not going to be able to force Neo out too early. Power runes, that advantage here now with Why You Smile. He wants to set up for it for nothing to say. And he should be able to body for it. He'll just go.
Somnus, even though he got that refuel, he's back out of bolt charges again.
Yeah,
and
already.
Another round of the spell, so nothing to say in a few seconds is going to put Somnus back in a position where just staying in this lane, it's proven to be very difficult for the Void Spirit.
Level 6. Nothing to say, can just keep resetting and coming back here. Low. He does not have time walk. It's close.
Oh, they got him!
They got him.
Big kill. Big kill on the bottom lane. It's going to push Neo halfway through the 5. He gets down 6, and this lane's going to start to become unplayable for life.
Excellent start for them for this year. Alice also.
And Shiro and Why You Smile, they're able to bully the tide.
Off the bar.
Blast off. They won't catch him with the blast off. They won't get him with the cookie.
And look how tanky Shiro
He
is.
can kind of stand his ground, especially with the backup of Planet. Planet's turned up to the top lane. They cannot kill Shiro. It's going to be Xianming going down. As they get the snap, FY and Chalice push back under the tower. As PSG.LGD have had a great hold so far of all 3 lanes, making this early game very, very tough for Azure.
I really think that they thought this Clinks was going to be a lot more fragile, but you're seeing why Shiro does like to play it. He is ridiculously tanky, and he just keeps, every time, Deathpack to back up. He's healing, so the harassment from Techies, it's being answered. A 3k lead just off lanes. Wisdom Rune, double claim.
And FY.
Let's just find another one.
Why You Smile? He was there waiting for him. FY's gone. Why You Smile? It's his turn in this series to have the good game on the clock.
Devastating lane start here. Azure have big ultimates once they do get their levels coming in here, but they're getting pushed out of lanes. Towered bottom already drops.
They're getting completely crushed on all fronts here.
these lanes. Looking fantastic here. Almost the phylactery also finished up to nothing to say. They might have to just kind of start breaking lanes, moving the supports around to try to get some levels, because they don't claim the wisdom runes. They lose the lanes. Where are you going to get levels for the two supports now on Azure?
I mean, it's just going to be such a hard game for Somnus. You know, on the Void Spirit, definitely the kind of the least of the popular of the spirits right now, and for good reason. If you have a slow start, you can become very underwhelming very quickly.
And low, I mean, Neo could just continue to play to kind of bully him out here every time he shows into the lane. This Void not going to have a good time recovering in this game after this lane. Neo, and he's just going to keep diving and keep the pressure on the tower. Time walk is used, but Neo is probably just going to commit onto him.
So catch why you smile.
Okay.
Somnus. He's got another Astral.
Is he dead?
This is going to hurt if they get it. They got the stick in mind. They needed to find that. They needed to find something, Azure. They'll take down Why You Smile. It's something. It's not a lot.
Now, Low just, I think he's like, he gets one last hit and then has to time walk every single time with Mew. He's now going to force him out of here, Blue. Oh, Low tries to time walk, but actually doesn't get rid of any of the damage. Mew, just go for the kill.
Tianming went over to help out, so back away.
Somnus feeling that pressure. He's queued up the Midas Owen. Not something you see too often on a Void Spirit.
Oh, no.
That does not feel good.
No. I mean, yeah. That's basically Somnus kind of conceding that this game's kind of over. You do not go Midas on Void Spirit unless very, very bad things have happened.
Yeah, these lanes just, I don't think they anticipated these lanes to go this way. This is excellent stuff here from PSG.LGD. I think Black, it's done on nothing to say.
I mean, if they're able to pull this back somehow around the recovery of a Midas Void Spirit, that is going to be definitely one of the more impressive things we will have seen this major.
Chalice, he stepped up a bit far. Shiro setting up for him here. They have rotations. More than enough damage. There's the phylactery.
And this phylactery Tinker, it hits hard. This Tinker, I mean, nothing to say. He is absolutely primed to just completely take over the entirety of this game with this sort of start. He couldn't have wished for anything better.
No, I mean, godly start. It's all three lanes, right? All three lanes looking so good. The supports, as we said, took the wisdom runes away, so how are these support levels on the side of Azure? Level 5 is actually in on FY somehow here, but level 4 only on this Snapfire. I feel like you just have to give them a lane. You might just have to do some kind of weird stuff. You give the Snapfire mid, but Neo is in the mid lane now, and he can actually look to dive the Snapfire if he steps up too far.
Oh, yeah, they can't kill Neo.
I'm looking at bottom. Nothing to say. Looks like he's potentially trying to sneak onto low here. Is he going to be able to just burst him?
Hard for him to chase him down when he hasn't quite got the blink, but still can give him a nasty bit of a shot.
Right, like throw some rockets down here. He's getting kind of low.
Top lane,
Shiro.
Trying to get him. He's going to get back up. The Ravage is ready to come across. The Ravage will catch the two of them.
With the damage, Shiro.
He'll get taken out, but they will certainly lose Chalice for that.
Right, that was a cool looking Ravage. It caught him on the hook shot. Flies in the air as he comes through. FY. Get away. Looks like he will. But Neo, look at the pressure. Takes bottom tower, rotates toward mid, bullying the Snapfire back. Gunming not getting much experience in the mid lane. He needs this XP so badly on the Snap. He's the early damage for the game, especially if Somnus is going Midas. Somnus spamming help. Midases.
Midas, where's Chalice's? You know,
it's kind of a Midas. It's a meteor hammer, you know, it's kind of a Midas.
Indeed, but yeah, as you say, Midas, at least for Low, he's got his finish. Low's Midas is done.
So they're really going to look to slow the pace of this game down. So yeah, we see that cool looking Ravage there.
And killing Shiro,
it's something.
For sort of the morale of Azure. But they're definitely going to be feeling that overall, this Tinker, I mean, all three cores, but the Tinker in particular, nothing to say. They know what's coming.
He's set up.
They're going to know what's coming. This Tinker having this sort of a start, nothing to say. He doesn't throw away these sort of games.
They're contesting the Ancients too. FY, dropping low. I mean, there's nothing to say. It's like, oh, give me this. This is juicy. The laser, he'll get some. Heavy rotations.
They've got the chrono, but yeah, still we're not quite having the 6 on Tianming. They absolutely need the kisses to come into play. Otherwise, killing these tanky cores in the chrono, it's just not going to happen.
They got the majority. I think it was only like 2 or 3 maybe even for nothing to say, but does cause all of the Azure heroes to kind of swing over to try to protect that Insomnus. 0-0-1 still doesn't even have his Midas. instantly shows himself. Top Neo, he has a haste rune. They're going for him. They're looking to push him out of this lane. And Neo, he just wants to hit towers. They might actually just stand and body the tower here.
There's no damage on the map right now that threatens Neo.
Nope. Nope. Until kisses are online, this Timber is unkillable.
And even then, I mean, he's already got the cloak coming out, so that magic resist will be there for Neo.
And he's got the occult bracelet too. He got the dream. Cloak plus that versus this magic damage.
Timing for nothing to say. Blink dagger and Phylactery done at 13 minutes in.
Now he can look to get. Now he can probably look to get these snipe setups onto even somebody like onto low, perhaps if he's able to get like a couple different salvos of the combo.
Oh, for sure, yeah. If Low's pushing out, yeah, this Tinker can chase him and very easily kill him.
Look at chat. I mean, disintegrates this Tidehunter. All right, this is. Chalice is never going to be tanky this game.
They can kill everyone.
Oh yeah.
Pushing out on your own, it's going to guarantee your death. Nothing to say. We'll turn up and he will destroy you.
Glad to be totally wrong. I really thought that LGD was going to have some troubles, but these lanes have proved completely otherwise. Shiro, he is. Yeah, all 3 cores pretty much dead even net worth after these lanes. And the supports, as we said, just thriving. Wisdom runes, you can see how much focus FY is putting on it. They're like, we need to make sure that we get them. Somnus is actually the one to say, move over, I need it.
He needs it.
Get out of my way, supports.
He needs a lot of them. He's got the money now for the Midas.
Okay, but a 7k gold lead already. They're gonna go, I mean, this feels like they kind of have to go for a smoke play to try to slow down this momentum here with their big ults. This is online.
Has to connect. They have to connect. We're Ravage into Kisses or Chrono into Kisses. It's the only way they kill, or at least have a chance of getting close to killing any of the cores.
Yeah. Even this Tinker is getting pretty tanky. That's why this build is kind of cool, the Phylactery, right? Like, yeah, gives you this big burst damage, but look how much HP Nothing to Say has because of it too.
Yeah, I mean, if you get it at good timing, as Nothing to Say had done so this game, this Phylactery rush is, it feels so strong.
It really does. Right? It gives like what 350 or something, kind of a 354 HP or something like that. It's a lot for a Tinker. He's got a wand and gauntlets, all these little things. It's a bunch of HP on the 3 cores. Not your traditional soup like tanky ones, but even a Clinks with these death packs is tankier than I think they expect too. Yep, plus also got Nickel Bracelet.
Eyes on Planet. This might be a kill they can get. I mean, Planet's going to put the lasso on FY. They get the cookie forward. Planet will die, but not that FY going down in return.
They're going to look for perhaps more here. Catching him off New. He's going behind.
Shots are ready for why you're smiling can find. The angle is going to turn. And Low is forced to Chrono. He's got to run with this one. I mean, he's trying to hit with it. They have got the kisses coming in. Is it enough? Damage. They get on to Nothing to Say. Ashes are there. Nothing to Say is still alive. He's getting to the side. Somnus will finish him though. Azure Step comes into play. They have brought down the Tinker.
Low is somehow still alive.
If they can get more though, I mean, Charming, he can.
Okay.
Scatterblast finds an extra bit of a kill off the back of this as he takes out Why You Smile. I mean, considering they're about 7k down, it's something.
It's something needed. It costs them everything though, right? It's a Chrono, it's a Ravage, it's Kisses, it's every single one of those ultimates. But they will get the big kill at the least. And they get Low out. I actually thought for sure he was going to drop.
Just a little bit unfortunate that it wasn't actually Somnus that got the last touch on Nothing to Say. Ends up being Tian Ming who got the gold from that kill.
Yeah, he's sad about
it. But I mean, when you're in this position, I guess as a team, you don't care who killed the Tinker. You just want him dead at whatever cost. They do get him. It's a bit of a slowdown for a PSD.LGD, but they're all back on the map now. Low. They've got eyes on it. He's going to try and time walk away, but with a blink forward, goodbye to the Faceless Void.
Shiro, got 6 Deso stacks now too. He's the one setting up for these ganks. They wanted to see them do this on the panel, but after these lanes, I mean, it's even easier for Shiro to do this with this early. Massive advantage, really. Deso DD, he's going to rip these heroes apart. There's no ults. Azure, they need time to back up. Try to be able to get these to be refreshed, but LGD playing fast. I mean, tower bottom is just dropping. Shiro with this DD is shredding it.
Yeah, they can't come out and defend once they don't have the ults.
Somnus,
he's trying to step up, but they got eyes on him.
They don't have ults already. Kisses, 20 seconds.
Nothing to Say is heading over towards the bottom lane to help out with this one. This is a difficult defense for Azure to try and put together.
There's a Blink Lasso Planet. If he's able to get Somnus, they have the burst as we've seen.
Zero giving the information.
Yes.
And he's ready. At least to dissimulate the Astral Step. He's quick and will manage to escape before the lasso comes in.
Right.
TP's in on this one.
Incredibly aggressive.
He's going to be fine with the fact that Nothing to Say has actually turned his attention over towards the mid. Wants to join Why You Smile in an attempt to take down Chalice.
I mean, they're killing it.
Another round of the spells from Nothing to Say will bring Chalice down low for Why You Smile to finish him.
Secondary
they get grabbing as well.
Done. Nothing to say, Tinker. Having the dream performance here. Another tier 2 getting pressured. Hits dropping. They're not giving space to Azure, right? After these lanes, there's literally nowhere for them to go, nowhere for them to find time.
Just trying to mess around with low top.
The Clockwork's already stalking. Why you smile? He wants him.
Hook shot on cooldown for 30 seconds.
Oh.
I mean, look, he might have to make a chrono TP play. I think he does otherwise. I mean, he's going to time walk back, but the vision's going to be there from Why You Smile. He'll drop the chrono, but I think he might still be in trouble. Is he able to live? He'll get out with the time walk. He will survive, but indeed it's having to be these situations where chrono just being used to keep him alive.
He might get caught off too. Look at Shiro.
It's a bit risky. I mean, Hookshot's back in 15. Low's got to get out of this one. Shiro.
He might find him here.
They know that he's backing off like this. Low, he'll opt for the TP back from the tier 1. Doesn't make the dangerous walk back towards the base. Meanwhile, they get near.
Okay, I mean, that's a pretty good kill, and that was... I guess they had to have used kit. Oh, they didn't actually use the kisses. That's actually crazy. They didn't have to use the ult. I guess the multiple mines connected onto him there. Yeah, when you're at this deficit. We'll have Ravage and Kisses for the next upcoming one.
7k lead still for PSG.LGD. Yep. Shiro's farm completely out of control.
It might still be time for Azure to look for this hunting. They also have FY with Spirit Vessel, so versus these tanky cores, could be the difference.
Here's the combo. Ready to go off the back of the smoke. Last time round, they're able to get big kills. They're able to catch Nothing to Say. He's definitely top priority, him and Shiro.
LGD playing it smart, though. They know that their ults are back up. They're going to look for a fight here. They're actually just going to force the Roche, get that Aegis to be able to protect one of these cores versus the big ults.
They'll take this nicely regen as well. Nothing on Nothing to Say. So we can just pound out the spells. Roshan, not a chance for him. This Aegis will be theirs.
Shiro nowhere near the realm to be able to contest that one here. Aegis coverage versus big ults. Gonna give it to Shiro. Probably means that we're see Azure they might like full commit onto something like Nothing to Say in the next fight.
You're gonna catch Tianming.
Tianming
Tried to escape, but the hook shot's there.
Maybe. Solid movement, PSG.LGD. Miss. Get the power rune. Nope, Shiro gets it. It's a haste. I mean, Somnus might just have to double jump or hide himself. Lasso. Not up on. Not up.
Chalice top. He's not going to want to put the Ravage here. Doesn't even get a chance to even consider it. There's Nothing to Say.
They want more.
Too much damage to be taken, and FY. Not bad with the flame break. Be able to jump away, but Neo's in underneath the tower with the timber chain. FY taken down.
Set up around top too. Wisdom Rune's going to soon be spawning if PSG.LGD want to stick in the area. Be able to steal that one away again. Relentless aggression. Cooldown's up for Azure, but they cannot connect together here. LGD just swinging from bottom to top very quickly to be able to look for these heroes. Yeah, we're seeing Chalice is having such a rough one. There's just way too much burst damage to be able to bring down this tide. He cannot act as this frontliner. Wisdom Rune, Azure puts a lot of attention to it. Somnus again.
They're going to catch him. Hook shot into the cold pushback. It's enough to Sable to set him up for Nothing to Say to burst him once more.
Man, fuck. I've been saying it for quite a lot in this tournament. Clockwork has just looked unbelievable. Why You Smile, he's looking... It's like what FY was able to do earlier. It seems like he always has the wraparound here onto low. Push commencing this tier 2, still low from earlier. Moves 11k lead now. Continue to grow it more and more. The supports are catching up to the cores, Owen.
They have to somehow find a way to piece together their ultimates.
But I mean, they're getting out farmed, out moved, out everything. Really, it seems like so far here from Azure.
He's gonna have the axe for the next fight. Nothing to Say.
Massive. He's got Ags. Why You Smile? The 5-position Clockwork is... He's got a casual point booster. It looks like he's going to go for force that, but I wouldn't even blame him if he just goes to finish up that Aghanims.
They're trying to chase him, but they can't quite catch him.
Even if you get him, look at his HP pool. You'll have to commit kisses, and you might even still not get him. Somnus, pinging him out up top. Planet, ready to go for the jump. He's got Nothing to Say connecting.
Trying to push back Why You Smile. In fact, Why You Smile, he's going to go back in on the...
He's tanky.
He goes for the hook shot. Starts to move on to Tianming. Nothing to Say. Ready with a backup. Of course, he's got that axe, he's got that upgraded laser good to go. Tianming gone low. He's going to have to run. Again, might be forced to put the chrono in. He's not going to get the chance as Lasso's there from Planet.
They might just keep going. Chalice trying to get back. Neo is cutting him off.
See if they can finish him, and they certainly can. There's no way out of this for Chalice. A third hero to be found. PSG.LGD making this game look impossible for Azure to recover.
Yeah, they're making this one look so damn good for themselves. They're saying that first game, it was a one-off. Good itemization, Neo, Pipe. They're so tanky, Owen. All the cores, the supports, everybody at this point. Even if Azure gets the catch, it feels like they maybe can kill one of these heroes, but maybe not even one of the cores. They need time, but at this point now, time doesn't even feel like it's going to be favoring them. Sure, they have these Midases, but LGD just growing that much faster. Net worth just continues to accelerate.
Just holding the high ground here, Azure. Now they'll come up with the smoke.
Well, like a desperate one, they have to get some type of connection here. They have to slow down the momentum of LGD somehow. But who are they going to kill, and what are they going to get out of it afterwards, even if they do get the kill? All the lanes are shoved in. Neo.
It's got to be a catch on either Shiro or nothing to say.
I don't think Timber's just going to walk up. I mean, is he even going to die? You'll have to commit literally everything.
Do they want to do this? They're hesitating. They know that it feels bad to go on Neo.
Does not feel nice. I guess if they stand if they land like the triple mine connections and stuff like that for the magic resist reduction, perhaps. But either way, then they could just get turned on. They literally have to commit everything for him. I do not want him. Shiro has his BKB finish now too for the next one. Aegis is gonna get reclaimed, but he's gotten so much out of it. Top net worth still. They're keeping neck and neck with their cores. All three just 13k to 14k net worth. Great distribution. Yeah, those supports soon to surpass Chalice and maybe even catch up to a Midas Voids.
Smoke time now from PSG.LGD there.
Yeah, they're swinging.
They will not be afraid to take the fight into the base of Azure with the lead that they have. They're going to swing around towards top.
Oh, who's going to die?
And FY's out.
And TS is in.
Uh-oh. Get out of this one. Tianming's going to get found.
I think they saw low for a second. Planet's on the hunt.
He has got TP available. And he's actually just going to opt to take the twin gate back towards the bottom half of the map. So low will escape.
That was scary for a second. Planet's like, all right, we have so much of a lead. I'm buying a gem just in case of anything to constrict the vision even more so. They have absolute control of PSG.LGD.
They're going to try and jump him.
And they bring him down.
Making an attempt on this one. Hookshot's going to miss. As Neo, he's ready to just go back in, catch out FY. Jump forward for nothing to say. Azure, they've got to run. Nothing to say. He's up onto the high ground. Chalice, he'll put the Ravage to hold the two of them back.
He might still die. There's level 3 rearm. Nothing to say doesn't want to full commit for it. They're a Ravage to disengage. They can't even scratch Neo.
Force out the glyph. Free wave coming in. They can keep this push going. Neo ready to tank. Shiro ready to do the damage. The Ravage gone. Do have Chrono at the ready. Follow-up is still very limited. It's going to be the potential level 1 kisses. Not quite hitting the level 12 yet, Tianming.
I even think if there's like some 4-man Chrono or something, they won't have the damage to deal with these heroes. And LGD, they'll just force them back up, pick up these next few items. They're so damn ahead, Owen.
Let's see if they can maybe try and catch one of them split away from the rest of the team. Why are you smiling, Neo? They are together, though.
I mean, Neo's like, please cast your spells on me. They might just have that off if they can.
It's a big if. Chrono is there. Kiss is coming in. Can they kill Neo? They can.
Okay, but Lo's dead.
The life of the basis void and maybe more now. As jump forwards in from Planet Lasso onto Somnus. They lose 2 frames. They're almost certainly going to lose more. Nothing to say. He's ready to keep on chasing. They cannot escape this Tinker. Triple kill, but nothing to say.
He's having the dream Tinker game, really. They have to commit everything for Neo, and we see after just quick clean up his Shiro. Nothing to say, come in. Rack's getting pressured. No creep wave just yet, but we're seeing how impossible it really is. They barely even can bring down this pesky Timber Saw.
Definitely won't be able to now with that BKB. Pressure coming in with the bottom lane and the mid lane, pushing up towards the barracks. 4 dead on Azure.
I mean, that's all their ults committed, and they just get slapped in the fight anyway. Rat's gonna drop. Planet wants to maybe go for more here. Go back up. happy with their hit. It's going to make Azure suffer even more.
Always opting to play it careful in these low bracket situations. When they have this lead, there's no need to make any hasty movements. PSG.LGD, they've got many ways to see this victory out. I believe they have right now.
They're trying to just play it as clean as possible, you know, show Zhao 8 that they're still in top form here.
Opening onto nothing to say, but he's going to get popped, and now he's going to be ready to turn. Jump ball from Planet, he gets the lasso on FY. They want to get rid of this techies. Now you smile, is falling low. Somnus will manage to get him. They've lost their fight, and now they've got to run.
Nothing to say, is killing everybody.
Jump forward, another laser, another life as Tianming falls.
Oh, you get away.
I mean, there's going to be the buybacks. They're worried that they might lose low here. Jump forward. Chalice is going to go with the Ravage on towards Shiro. They're trying to take down the cleans, but the BKB's up. Shiro can step back low.
Oh.
He's in on top of Shiro, but he's got to escape with this time warp as him, Somnus, falling low.
Chalice, is he going to be able to get away though? Neo, he's got his number. Whoop.
He's able to get the blink off in time. Nothing to say, refueled. He's back. Ready to chase them down. Chalice turns with the gush, but nothing to say. He's in. Rearms there. Another round of spells burst the tide out of the game. Chalice gone.
Chalice tries to give him the high five there. They just keep tipping, nothing to say. This has been an absolutely godly performance from him on the Tinker.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, jumps in, but no way he can touch this Timber Saw.
Yeehaw!
You can tell that Azure, they felt the state of the game here for the majority of this one.
Yeah, I mean, we knew they felt it as soon as Somnus queued up that Midas.
Oh yeah. As low, the Hex reveal from Shiro, an instant kill.
And FY, he's on the run. He'll try his best to hide through the trees. We'll be able to juke down to low ground with a 4-star. So
TS wants him.
they might indeed jump the base. Nothing to say. Does he want to go in? He won't. He'll hold back with the blink.
His BKB was up. I thought he might actually jump in there.
He's definitely tempted. I mean, if they step up for the wave, he would go for it. They'll settle for taking the Tormentor.
Chalice has been surpassed by the support planet. He's gone ahead of him now. So high level. So much control. 26k lead. Free reign. Start to finish is, Azure now trapped in the base. They're both just spamming the taunt on each other.
Okay.
Bottom wave. Ults will be back and ready. At least the Chronosphere and the Kisses. Ravage still down for 50.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
They're buying blade mails.
One more attempt, sort of the wombo combo.
Like Chalice is like, all right, screw it. I'm going to blizz him the best way I can do anything. A blade mail to try to reflect some damage or something versus this Tinker. It's been a rough one for Chalice in this game. Back hunting. Mighty smile. Triple rockets. He sees him.
He's going to scout them all out. He's with a hook shot. They get the follow-up lasso. As that'll be completely out of the game low. Dead for 50.
They're dying this time.
As well. There's no buybacks to be had. And they're going to look for the cleanup.
And the blink minutes of
Tries to stand his ground, Chalice, but not a chance. They're all dead here, the three of them. No buybacks available. Creeps are coming in.
What a display of dominance this time around from PSG.LGD. Pretty much no slip-ups in this game at all. Dominant lanes and then just an immense snowball. 2 racks is dropped. Dominus high-fiving his buddy.
That's all that's left to be done here.
Yeah, he's like, let me Midas the catapult or something. He'll get the Midas up, but now this is continuous high-fives.
Just teasing around with him. And the tier 4s are focused.
They know they deserve the win.
Yeah, this was just straight up outclass, outplay, outdraft as well from PSG.LGD. And a definite reminder that if you're going up against this squad, you've always got to be prepared for the nothing to say Tinker to come through.
Wellness is going to try, but he doesn't even hurt the clockwork. Look at this. Why you smile? They're all tipping him. He's taking everything, and he's going to survive.
He's not even going to die.
Oh, man. Ah, that tickles, he says. Nice clockwork line.
I mean, they'll chase him outside of the base.
They just want, I think they're going to kill him and maybe
Just
GG
one
out. Kill the clockwork and then call it.
They're going to find Neo. They put the rally for the BKB. He was already there from Neo. Neo's going to be perfectly fine. Low block the BKB. Tries to target.
They're chasing him.
No catch on and nothing to say. But there's no damage to threaten this Tinker. Why you smile? Still surviving. Challenge. He's in with the guns. Can they bring down the clock? They can. They'll get why you smile.
And they call it.
They call it. This game is over. This series is done as PSG.LGD will take it 2-1, knocking down Azure.
This one was a beat down from start to finish. Yeah, literally 0 slip-ups and things that people do have to worry about for PSG.LGD. They're one of the few teams, actually they're the only team that picked Clinks. They're the only team that really picked Tinker, and we're seeing why. This was quite a display of dominance.
I really did. Yeah, Shiro having a fantastic time in the lane. They couldn't pressure him at all, despite having a strong combo. Tide and the techies, the sustainer, the safe lane, Clinks proving to be too much. Nothing to say is Tinker. As you said, and I think as the panel said as well, that you look at the heroes of Azure, potentially on paper, they have ways to catch the Tinker. The problem was this game, he just got so far ahead so quickly, absolutely smashed the matchup in mid against Somnus's Void Spirit. And yeah, Somnus just had to play full recovery mode, going for this Midas. It was at that point that we kind of knew, I think everyone kind of knew, and I think Azure kind of knew that this game was over.
Yeah, it's like these small items actually are pretty cool. Like, yes, like Timbersaw is going to be tanky, but something like even Clinks, I don't think people anticipate that how tanky this hero gets so early, going for the Falcon Blade, going for this Death Pack constantly. He sustained perfectly through this lane, so maybe other people might look at this, look at it, get this idea. It looks good, and yeah, PSG.LGD, they dominate.
They do indeed. Azure able to give them a bit of a challenge at the start of this series, but as it progresses, PSG.LGD coming out and showing their strengths here. As this game, this series, it's going to be PSG.LGD's. They'll take it 2-1 against Azure.